All right. Good morning, everybody. Good evening, actually. So this is week one of our new homeschool lesson. I'm Mr. Tull.
And I'm Mr. Roemer, and we're going to be with you guys. I know this is the first week.
So for this week, we're starting off. Our unit is going to be on striking objects with handled instruments and other things like that, so like paddles and bats and stuff like that. So for week one, we're starting out small. We're going to start with small handled implements and just learning the basics of like hitting a ball and stuff like that. So.
All right, so what we're going to need today is we're going to need a paddle or a short-handled implement. So if you guys have a table tennis paddle, if you guys got a tennis racket, I know Mr. Tully has a Wii remote there. Anything that you can strike to get a good like balance on with. And then if you guys have like a ball or a bouncy object nearby, that's going to be tennis ball if you have it, maybe a bouncy ball, maybe a
like
little
a bat,
ball.
Yeah, a small ball, something like that.
Yeah. And then
we want to make sure you've got a good self space. Don't want to be breaking anything inside the house. Don't want to make mom and dad mad, breaking like TVs or anything like that. So if you can, try and find a nice open space that nothing around you. Don't want to hurt anybody. And then you're gonna need a wall. Any wall works. It could be a fence, shed wall, house wall. Just don't break anything.
Yeah, as long as you're not waking up your parents, I guess. All right, and so the class overview today. So as you all know, I'm Mr. Roemer, Mr. Tully. And so first we're going to be starting with our instant activity, which is just going to get our blood flowing, get us a little warmed up, get us feeling good. And then we're going to go over what we're learning today. So as Mr. Tull went over before, striking underhand with the paddle, focusing on that content area. And then we're going to go over activity of focus and then review and closure for the day. All right, so for the first activity, get our blood flow, we're going to do a little inks activity. So we got a little fit dice form up here. I got the dice right here for you guys, and you can kind of see from the left and the right what we're doing. So I'm going to tilt my screen a little bit. Excuse my couch. All right. So first one here, we got a 4 and a 5, so 9. So we're doing squats, all right? And how many squats are we doing? We'll do 5 squats. That's good. Yeah. All right, so ready? Hands out front. Down, up, make sure your knees aren't passing your toes, down, up, turn like you're sitting in a chair, and straight back, down, up, 3, 2, 1, down, up, 4, 1 more, down, up, 5. All right, nice job, guys. Let's see what else we got on the menu here. You guys see that okay? All right, so we got a 6 and a 2, so now we're doing arm circles. Do that for about 30 seconds or so. If you guys have arm circles, arms straight out. You're going to rotate.
So for this, you want to make sure you're not going too fast or too slow. Make sure to get a nice stretch. Really gets the blood flowing through the arms.
Yeah, we're going to go wide. You go thin. Go fast.
You can even try and go backwards. And if you're really special, you can go 1 forward and 1 back.
About 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's see what else we got here. Do a couple more here. All right, you guys can see that okay. All right, we got a 5 and a 3, 8. You want to try a different one?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's try. 6 and a 6, we got 12. All right, jumping jacks. We'll do about 25 jumping jacks. You guys are ready for it? Maybe you guys know how to do that. All right. All right, so let's get into it. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, 5 more, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Good job, guys. We'll do a couple more.
All right, and remember, if you get a little winded, it's okay to put your hands on top of your head and stand up straight, get a nice big breath in.
That was another 12. All right, we got 3 and 2, so it's going to be 5, so squat jumps. If you guys don't have anything near you, don't worry about it. If you just want to squat and jump in the air, that works too. Star jumps, so we'll just do like 5 of those real quick. So we're going to go down, up, jump in there, 1, 2, down, up 3, down, up 4, down, up 5. All right. And
I think we're good for one more.
yeah, one more is good. Let's see what we got. 4 and 4, 8. Let's try a different one. We just did arm circles. 6 and 1, 7. All right, planks. All right, so you guys know how to do planks. Did it for about 30 seconds. We won't stress you guys out too much. All right, let's do this real quick. All right, 30 seconds. Ready? Make sure your back straight. That's in here. Not too much in you. It's going to be great for your abs and core. 1 more seconds. You have to put your knees on the ground and come for a couple seconds. Rest a little bit back up. About 10 more seconds. 5 seconds. And done. Nice job, guys. So hopefully you guys got your muscles flowing, your blood flowing. This was key for the day. All right, let's move on.
All right. So for the main focus of today's lesson, we're just going to be learning how to strike an object like a ball with a short-handed implement or paddle, like we talked about earlier, like ping pong paddle or something like that. We want to focus on striking the object with critical elements, so focusing on making contact, keeping your eye on the ball, proper step, stuff like that, and then talking about sending it forward into a wall.
That's where the wall's going to come into place. All right. So our objectives are psychomotor. That's going to be like what movements you're doing. First we're going to have you guys starting out by bouncing the ball on the paddle. Hopefully for 30 seconds. If you guys do more, that's great. If not, don't worry about it. Try and improve yourself. For cognitive, that's going to be like more mental. So we're going to have you guys answer a couple of questions on Flipgrid at the end of the lesson. Just kind of going over the cues and the essentials of where you want to be striking the ball. And then affective is kind of outside the classroom. So make sure you guys are showing good sportsmanship and playing before and after and during your tasks.
It's okay if you mess up. We're not looking for perfection here. We're just looking for you to show that you can actually do what we're asking.
Exactly. All right.
All right, so it's talking about some vocab that we're going to use for today. Talking about our short-handed implements, like we said earlier, your paddles, kind of like small bats, anything like that, something that you can use to strike an object with. Like I said, paddle, you can use it for like table tennis. You can use it for like racquetball, tennis, something like that. And then balance is an even distribution of weight. You want to make sure you stay balanced. Don't want to knock anything over. Don't want to fall over. And then we'll know that we've learned what we're talking about today when you can successfully bounce the ball on top of your paddle without dropping it 5 times.
Yep. So, do you want to take this one?
All right. So before we get into hitting, you can talk. So before we get into hitting our objects with our paddles and stuff like that, we're going to focus on a little something that's important as of right now. As everybody knows, we're teaching these videos online because of the current pandemic that's been going on in the United States. It's a very serious thing. We'll make sure everybody stays healthy. And the biggest way that we can make sure everybody stays healthy is by wearing a mask. Now, we know you guys are younger, so it's okay that you might not understand what all is going on and why you should wear the mask, but we want to make sure that you're properly wearing your mask to take away any of the chance of you guys getting sick or injured. So when you're wearing a mask, here I've got a common little surgical mask, face mask that keeps you from getting sick. We want to make sure when we're wearing it, both of your like little strings to keep it up, they go around your face around your ears like that. You want to make sure that it's tight to your face. It molds to your face, keeps anything from coming in, and it's not supposed to go like this underneath your nose. It's not how it works. Don't wear it below your chin. To keep everybody safe, we want to keep it up here on our nose, so that way it covers your nose and your mouth, keeps the virus from getting in, and keeps you from getting sick. Mr. Roemer, anything you want to add on that?
And it's not protections for others, protection as well. I know you guys have grandparents, parents, maybe they're a little bit older, and you just want to make sure they're being safe. You always want to make sure you're safe outside the environment, especially now more than ever. You guys are probably used to it by now, but I know you guys are a little bit younger, so it's a little bit difficult. But please, like wear your mask and be safe outside the environment.
Yeah, so real quick before we move on, we're going to give you like 30 seconds to a minute. Just practice putting the mask on, wearing it right, trying to find the right seal to make sure that nothing can get in. It's okay to it's okay to be uncomfortable, but just remember that it keeps everybody safe. So we want to take everybody to practice. We want to take it, hold it just like this, so that way you can get that nice seal. It's always good to start from the bottom, come up, and then wrap just like that. See, it keeps your nose covered, mouth covered, anything like that. Keeps all that stuff from getting in. So let's try it again. Take it off. One more time, like this. Start from the chin, and there you go.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Hopefully you guys got that down.
Yep. So we'll go ahead and move on.
Yeah.
So let Mr. Roemer explain what we're doing here.
All right, so the first activity is we're going to be balancing, stretching the object using the paddle. So first, I just want to see if you guys can balance the ball or whatever object you have on your paddle or racket or whatever, and just see if you can kind of hold it there. You may have to walk around, drawing the ball. Sure, you got to tilt your paddle back. It's okay. And we'll get into striking, because eventually we're going to have you guys actually tossing the ball up in the air. But for right now, for the first 2 minutes, we're just going to have it bouncing. And then, well, I'll show you guys the next slide. So we'll have you guys practice this. So for the first 2 minutes, we're just going to practice bouncing the ball on the paddle. And then for the last 2 minutes, I want to see if you guys can juggle like so. All right, make sure you're flipping the wrist, keeping your eye on the ball, making sure you're in the middle of the paddle. It's not going anywhere. Slight, soft touches. Try to get good air on it. And we're going to see how we do. All right, so the first 2 minutes, we're just going to be balancing. I'll be with you guys, so let's try to get started. All right. Should put these in. All right, so right now, I'm just trying to see if we can bounce them in there for 2 minutes. See if you can keep track of how long you've got it on with the timer.
It's important to remember to keep yourself balanced. Keeping yourself balanced gives you an easier way of making sure that you can keep the ball in the racket or your object.
If you guys have like a phone or something, just like a bouncy ball. See, I just failed. I just dropped mine, so it's not as easy to do it. Keep the eye on the ball. Keep right in the middle. It's going left, then right. If it's going right, the other way. Keep your eye on the ball. Like so. All right. Keep it up. Got another minute. If you guys have lasted this long without dropping it, I'm very impressed. Definitely looking if you can hold it the longest. Oh, I go again. All right, another minute. Middle. So, see how long you guys can hold it for. If you've lasted since the beginning, great job. I'm impressed. Keep it up just a little bit longer. About 40 more seconds. Keeping the ball as balanced as possible. 30 more seconds. If you can last the whole 2 minutes, I will. Wow, good for you. I'll be very impressed. About 20 more seconds here. I'm going to stand up straight to help the balance. Spread the shoulders apart. So if you want to count as many drops as you have to, that counts. All right. In about 5 seconds here, I'm going to pause it real quick. And we're going to get a little modified action going. So now I just want you to see you guys, as you can see in the video there on the right, see how long you guys can juggle it, how many you can get in a row. Making sure the ball's in the middle. Good flick of the wrist, not too hard, just very soft, trying to get as much as you can. So let's see for 2 minutes how many juggles you guys can make in a row. All right. All right, so I got 15 there. If you want to challenge yourself, you can go higher. Look at the ball.
If you're like super advanced, you can try walking. We don't want anybody to run. We want you to slow walk.
If you guys lose your ball, make sure you grab it again. Stay on the side here. You guys can get a really low like that. Quick ones, some ball ones. 40 more seconds here. I'm losing it. Keep track of how many you can get in a row. Seconds. You know what some people do is they'll put their little pointer finger behind their little brace. More preference than you can. About 2 more seconds. Whoops. All right, so hopefully you guys got a lot. If you remember how many you got, great. And let's get into the next activity. Oops. No, what's going on? All right, there we go. All right, so now we're going to be going against the wall. Do you want to teach us one, Mr. Tull, or do you need to take it?
Yeah. So for this one, it's important to remember how we're going to be able to strike the ball against the wall. So real quick, I'm going to move my chair out of the way, give myself a nice open space. So when you're striking an object, you got to remember the important cues. You want to keep your eye on the ball. You want to follow through with your swing. It should be around a mid-level. It doesn't have to be too hard. Don't want to make it too soft either. A nice slow swing like this. You want to make sure you keep your eyes on the object, and you want to up and off against the wall, just like that. So you want to up against the wall. So nice fluid motion. Keep your feet shoulder width apart. Get a nice balance up and against the wall, just like that.
Right. Yeah.
And if you guys need an example, you can see the nice little picture that Mr. Roemer has right over here. He shows you how drop the ball, hit it with the middle. It's the sweet spot, get you that nice little bounce that you might not be able to get if you hit it on the outer ring. And
all right,
start right here.
Well, so first 2 minutes, if you just want to practice hitting it the wall once and catching it, you can do that. Like that. But if you feel like you can be comfortable with it, keep it the wall. Go. By all means, do that. So get to it. All set. Tap it against the wall and keep it up. Be harder than it works. My roots are nice. So, good balance. hard. You know, it's soft. Whoops. Closer is harder. The farther away you get, easier to get. Try this wall over here. Should pick the better wall. Let's see. Also, all over the place. A couple more minutes of this.
About 30 more seconds of just hitting it and catching it.
Or if you don't even have a wall, you guys can just
If you don't have a wall, or you have an object that you think is too big for a wall, might break the wall, you can always do what I'm doing. I've got this big ball, and I hit a ball, catch it in my hand, so that way you're not breaking the wall or anything like that.
If you have some sleepy siblings or maybe sleepy roommate like I have, I know idea on these. So that works just as well.
So around now we should be able to like rapidly hit the ball. Remember to keep that nice fluid arm motion. And if you've got the bigger ball, it's okay for you to catch it instead of using a wall. You don't want to break anything. Got about 1 more minute.
I know it may be hard because you might have some people nearby in some instances, but if you just want to even practice into into a bed, a couch, or even like a cup, you know, check out putting into a cup, it always looks good. So cup, just trying to get your aim down, serving and striking the ball. So about 30 minutes. Yes.
Got about 20 more seconds.
What do you look for to serve it to yourself?
Five, 4 seconds. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and move on to our third and final activity.
Just gonna be, we're gonna be juggling the onset of locomotor movements. So for the first 2 minutes, as you can kind of see in the video there, if you guys want to try to juggle it, I didn't have much in my ceiling, but as you can see, I kind of like clap my hands together. So in between each juggle, if you like clap your hands, maybe do a spin, maybe do a jump if you're uncomfortable. Try and time yourself. So same thing. So forward, keep your eyes on the ball. Flip wrist upward to juggle in between juggles before movement. And this can be claps, jumps, squats if you can, anything to get you moving, and we're just going to repeat. So it's on the next slide here. So the first 2 minutes, so as you can see on the right side, I had 2 paddles. We'll do that for the last 2 minutes if you guys have more than 1 paddle. If not, don't worry about it. For the first 2 minutes, we're just going to try to see if we can do some movements with it. So click, clap, clap. So, all right, and if you want to have 2 paddles. Well, actually, we can look for the last 2 minutes for that. Kind of see how many, if you saw them in the last video, that's just as well. You're going to do a spin, jump, push as well. Just trying to get yourself involved, seeing how many juggles you can get. I'm going to try to challenge you guys to see how you guys can switch up the movement. What else you guys can kind of do with it. See the video there. It's got about 50 more seconds of this. Spin, so you guys can do a spin. Great for you. I hit the ceiling, but see, that's how I did it. I'm going to keep it up for about 30 more seconds. Besides these inputs, to be honest with you. You guys have like a phone too. Here, I'll show you my phone.
Only use your phone though if you've got a soft ball. We don't want to crack any screens.
Or a good case. So I don't want anyone breaking the phones here. Here's something nearby. For the last 2 minutes, if you guys have more than one paddle, you can see I'm doing the video there. You can jump it back and forth if you want. 15 minutes. So.
Something you can also do if you don't have a paddle, you can use your hands. So like
Trying to put some air time on it. Get rid of the pedals, just sitting on the knees. Yes, we can try to move that about a minute. That's a great signal. Or if you lose your ball, just go and make sure you're trying to get back.
that's 45 seconds here.
40 seconds. That's my chance to get on open it. So, 10 more seconds here, almost done. You guys gotta keep track on the afterwards.
All right.
Good job, guys. I'll set that one, so that should be your last activity. All right. You want to take this one, Mr. Tull?
Of course. So we know that you just have to be moving and got your blood flowing a little bit. It's time to cool down, relax. We can use this as a nice, just relaxing final activity. Arms have been moving all around today with the paddles, so take this time to get a good stretch in. So for the first one, we're going to do a shoulder stretch. Just got an arm behind the head. Grab yourself by your elbow and pull your arm back. You should feel a nice stretch right up here in your shoulders and down your side. I'll hold that for about 10 seconds. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to shake it out and go back to another shoulder. Same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. For our next one, I've got a tricep stretch. Same thing. Go ahead and put both arms back and just lean back a little bit. Get a nice stretch. You should feel it in your arms. Hold that for about 10 seconds. 9, 10. All right. Now we're going to do a chest stretch. So you're going to take your arms, you're going to put them behind your back like this. and just reach them back. Puff your chest out. You should feel a nice little stretch in your arms as well as your chest. Hold that for about 10 seconds. 10, 8, 9, 10. So for the lower back stretch, gotta get down. You're gonna lay on your side, throw one leg over, and stretch like this. Hold that for about 10 seconds. You should feel it in your lower back. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. And we've got our groin stretch. This one is pretty easy. You're just going to spread your feet apart and lean to either side. We're going to do each side for 10 seconds. 7, 8, 9, 10. Now to the other side. And then 8, 9, 10. All right. Next one, I'm going to do quads. Go ahead, hold your feet. If you can't balance, find a wall. Put your hand against the wall. And you're just going to pull your foot up to your butt. Get a nice stretch in. 10 seconds. 7, 8, 9, 10. Then we're going to switch. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right, so for the review of our lesson, so on the assessment, we're going to do a flip grid code. So if you guys have a phone or device that can scan the QR code, that's great. So the question of the day is what cues were involved in striking the ball with the paddle? So, that's the flick of the wrist, keep your eye on the ball, good balance, feet shoulder width apart, something like that. How many juggles you're able to get. If you could keep track of how many juggles you're able to get in a row and just let us know, that's great. If not, just remember your highest number before you kind of lost track. And then for number 3, was this lesson easy, medium, or hard? Explain if you guys had stuff challenging with this lesson, if you thought it was easy, thought it would get harder. If you guys have some practice with it before, great to hear your thoughts on flip grid. All right.
And next week, we will continue on with talking about our shorthanded implements and striking objects with them. So we're going to ask you to bring back a paddle again, like you had this week, and a softball or like a ping pong ball, something that won't break anything. And we're also going to ask you to bring back a partner. This can be mom, dad, little sister, little brother, big sister, mama, papa, aunt, uncle, best friend, anybody that will be able to practice hitting the ball back and forth with you.
Yep, and then if you guys want some more information, we got the Salisbury University Homeschool Program in the bottom right there for the QR code. And I hope you guys had a great time today with our lessons with me and Mr. Tull. And we will see you guys next week. All right.